Hello and welcome to your messages for the week. These are your messages for the week beginning August the 3rd, 2026. So, yeah, I'm feeling inspired to do messages for the week again. I think I stopped them probably because of the garden retreat. We often had events at the weekend. And anyway, I did the messages for August. I'll put a link in the description to them because I used the Sufi tarot deck, which I absolutely love. And I thought, oh, let's use them some more, shall we? Because it has that lovely Sufi wisdom. The other video I did recently was, of course, my Truth and Tarot Time podcast. And I was really excited last week because I was joined by my lovely friends Amy Bird and Liz Nagle. And together, anyone that's seen my channel, have a little look around because there's a whole section called The Astrologer, the Mystic, and the Tarot Card Reader. And that is the astrologer, Amy, the mystic, Liz, and moi. And so normally we do videos, very much related to the astrology. I usually do a little card reading in there, but I invited them on to Truth and Tarot Time. So it was kind of fun to have that kind of candid conversations. We always have amazingly candid conversations, which I think is really important at this time to be, well, truth, truth and tarot time. So yeah, it's about being authentic, isn't it? And I think it's easy to, I think it's easier to be really candid and honest and open when you stop caring what other people think, of course. That obviously makes sense, doesn't it? But when you understand that there is only you creating your reality, and if you are critical of yourself, then maybe other people might criticize you. Because funny enough, I've done three cards have come out, and the one on the bottom is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords came up in the monthly readings. So of course there's no surprises there because this is the first week of August. But the Five of Swords is very much about mental conflict. And sometimes we do have that mental conflict, don't we? About should I tell the truth or not? Should I tell the truth or not? Um, Whether this is to your loved ones, your best friends, your family, or whether it's on a collective level. Look what's happening on a collective level. So many truths are coming out that we hopefully are going to get to that level of don't bother hiding anything. Because that way everybody can just be beautifully authentic. But if there's anything that we're not proud of or anything that we want to hide, it's going to come out. So what does it matter? You know, it depends how it's done, of course, but if it's done through love and understanding, understanding that everybody has shadow. So let's just let everybody let their shadow out or let everybody be authentic. And when I say authentic, I mean, it depends what level of consciousness you're looking at, because, we don't just want to go around telling people what we think of them if that's going to be insulting, because that's actually not in alignment with who you really are. When I say authentic, who we really are is love and compassion. And when we go around insulting people, that doesn't feel good inside. And if it does feel good inside, it's because you're rooted in ego. So let's take it from that matrix shadow place into the new paradigm where we just want to be honest and open and authentic. We need to be authentic with ourselves as well. And sometimes that's easier said than done, isn't it? Because this mental conflict that the Five of Swords is showing us is often mental conflict within us. We're arguing with ourselves about something. And usually we want to do something, but we're telling ourselves we can't or we shouldn't. Yeah, that shouldn't. And that sense of obligation. And, when we feel I should do something, and this has been coming up for me quite a lot lately, I should do something or I ought to do something. You know that if you're shooting yourself or oughting yourself, I don't know how to turn that into a doing word like that. But telling yourself you ought to do something, then you're obviously not in your flow. And it's obviously not completely authentic, is it? So let's have a look and see what the other cards have to tell us for this week, because there's something about truth coming out here. Um, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is, of course, a beautiful card. It's a very family orientated card, whether it be your tribe or your blood family. And it often comes after some turbulence. Um, and the Ten of Cups, cups, of course, is emotional fulfillment, it's creativity, it's going with the flow, it's intuition and it's heart centered. So, if we are going to be honest with ourselves and with each other, then it has to be heart centered. It has to come from the heart, of course. And that's what was in the monthly readings so much. Because, of course, we're in Leo season, and it is about doing all of these things through love and through the heart. So that's beautiful. We've got the eight of coins. The eight of coins. I love the eight of coins. I especially love it in this deck. Look, because behind him, he's got, a whirling dervish here, who is, well, we had the dervish in the monthly reading, who was the meditator. He's the hermit. So it is a meditator. And these are well, you could find them in Turkey as well. They're in meditation, they spin, but I mean, this is one of the activities that I've been doing, like just being childlike and just wanting to spin around, even if you get dizzy and fall over. Although, funny enough, I tend not to. But it's just fun. Although I haven't always thought so. But it is a meditation. They normally have one hand up and one hand down, a bit like the magician, as above, so below, as within, so without. I tend to have my arms outstretched with it. It is a bit like a meditation. I find that it's a good preparation for meditation. And I actually, when I'm doing it, I feel. When you wash the lettuce and you put it in one of those, I mean, I don't have one, but I've seen them, lettuce dryers almost, and then you spin it round to dry it, or any leaves from a vegetable that you're wanting to dry. I feel like that when I'm spinning because I feel like, all the energy that I don't need, all the energy that isn't serving me, it gets spun out. And then I feel like I can sit in meditation so much more easily when you've had that little cleansing beforehand. That isn't what the Eight of Coins is about, but that's what I'm going to say about it for now. The Eight of Coins, of course, is the Eight of Pentacles. It's typically a work hard card, but I don't sense it as a work hard. I sense it as he is totally engrossed in what he loves doing. So, he just would love to be a craftsman and to make these pentacles or these coins. He would just love to do that all day. That's his go-to activity that makes him feel good. And he's building on what he's already done. You can see all the ones that he's already done. So for me, the Eight of Coins is very much about absorb yourself in whatever activity it is that relaxes and nurtures and nourishes your soul. So again, this could be playing a musical instrument, it could be painting a picture, it could be doing a puzzle. For me, it's reading cards, or yoga or something, or spinning. It could be, doesn't matter. For a lot of people, it will be a physical activity, it'll be a sport or something like that. Walking in nature, although now here in Spain, it's just far too hot to do to do so much. But Eight of Coins, absorb yourself. And it is a time to be with family and those that you love, following your heart and being open and authentic and honest, I want to say. And yeah, we've got the nine of coins. And look at this, we've got the eight of coins followed by the nine of coins. Now, I'm seeing this so much in tarot in the readings I've been doing lately. So usually when you have consecutive cards, it's a sign that you're going in the right direction, that everything's progressing. But what I'm finding is that for me, it's a sign that everything is progressing so quickly. Even though you're chilled, enjoying yourself, you're absorbing yourself, it could be in a leisurely activity. Things are happening quickly. Things are happening, on like speed dial, aren't they? And it's all to do with this high frequency energy coming in. The nine of coins is the nine of pentacles, of course. She's independent, but that doesn't mean that she's single, but she's enjoying her life and she's investing her money because coins, of course, pentacles is money orientated, but not just money, it's time, energy, resources, and she's investing it all in herself. That could be not just on herself. If she chooses, she could be giving it away. She could be donating to charities, of course, but she's doing whatever she wants. She's enjoying the luxuries of life. And this has come up before that actually, as we move into this new paradigm, the luxuries in life are, I think they're different. In the old paradigm, the luxuries in life were a flash car, a big house, you know, jewelry dripping in gold. I don't know, pink helicopter. I don't know. But I think the luxuries now, well, for me, luxuries are things like having outdoor space, living near to nature, having animals around me, just having people that understand, having the understanding, the time to have your solitude, your silence, and your stillness, which of course came up in the monthly readings. Um, so yeah, I mean, what's luxury to you? I'd love to know. Put it in the comments. What's luxury to you? Because I think we're completely shifting. And I was talking to someone earlier today actually about, you know, health is so important that what's the point of having, let's say material luxuries if you don't have health, and love. And I want to say purpose. These are really important now, these three cards. I'm really getting it. This isn't just absorbing yourself in an activity. This is your purpose. This is you doing what you came here to do. This is you being the person you came here to be. That's why it's got this meditation in the background, because it's so meditative when we do these things, whatever it may be. Just find it. It could be more than one thing, of course. There's lots of things that can make us in that zone, but this is your purpose and this is the love. And, we all need to have that love. But let's not forget that any love that we experience in our life from others, in inverted commas, it's our love. The love that we feel, the love that we feel for other people, it's our love. That love is in us, isn't it? That's why it's so important to love everyone and everything and every situation, because that feeling of love, it's yours. That's yours. You might think, oh, they're making you feel love, but it's your love. That love and the frequency of it is in your body, it's in your energy field, it's raising you. So that's why it's so important to love. And that's why it's so important to love what you're doing, to follow your passions and your purpose, to love what you're doing, and to focus on relaxing the body and the mind in some form of meditation, whether it be spinning or not. So yeah, purpose and love, the creative process, the creative process. Um, Yeah, really enjoying the creative process can really help us heal. I've spoken about the creative process when I was writing the book Lessons in Awakening, and how it actually shifted me to a whole new level of understanding. And I was listening to the lovely Bruce Lipton talking the other day, and he had throat and tongue cancer, and he couldn't speak. And he said that he got the message Well, if you can't speak, write. So I'm going to write what I want to say. And he wrote another book. It's about Darwin, or not Darwin, as the case may be. I can't remember the exact title, but it's his latest book. I can find it out and put a link in the description. But he was saying that he it made the fact that he had this illness and the fact that he couldn't speak is what made him write this his latest book. And it was the process of writing the book that healed him. And that really struck a chord with me. So, because often you think, oh, I've been inflicted with something, something bad has happened. But, if you can look at it as in why, and he just followed that guidance. And the process, the creative process, is so healing on all sorts of levels, of course, because it's all connected, isn't it? So this is very, very important and powerful. This having some kind of purpose, even if you're retired, it could be just like potting flowers, I don't know, doing a puzzle, whatever. Like, we don't have to be working, but of course, people do need to work or need to, earn money still. So the way to make, the easiest money, of course, is to follow some kind of creative project whereby you can have that healing and, you can find a way of making money from it as well in some way or another. But it may not happen directly, and it probably won't happen the way you think it should, because that's just the way it works. So yes, love and purpose, and things speeding up. Love and purpose and things speeding up really, really quickly now, and finding new luxuries in life. I mean, the best luxuries in life are free, aren't they? I think that's what this card is saying now. This is also, because she's an independent card, um, freedom. A lot going on in Aquarius at the moment. So freedom is so important as well. We all need to be free to be able to spend our resources, our time, our money, our energy, and to spend it as we choose. That's really important. And to make sure that we spend, and our attention, I want to say, and paying, because that's still spending, is paying, isn't it? Paying attention to things from the heart, things from the heart, things from the heart. And that's the love as well, isn't it? Staying in the heart means that you're really staying in a state of love, and operating from there. Um, yeah, that's how we're creating this new paradigm of love. Um, powerful, 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 powerful. Okay, they're your messages for this week. And thank you for getting to the end of the video. Apologies for me being a sweat ball, but it's so hot here and I've got the aircon on and everything. So sending you all so much love. Check out the videos in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.